Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? Buenas tardes a mis amigos mexicanos. This is Gringo CTO. Today I wanted to talk about an interesting topic that doesn't get talked about that often, which is the stability and durability of open source software. How often have you started a project using a hot new technology only to see it abandoned in maybe 6 months after you started? I remember the first time I got bit by that was a long time ago with a project called Batman.js. And probably the name should have been my first clue that it may not have been up to stuff. It was written in CoffeeScript, actually. And yeah, I built a startup in it at the time. Fortunately, the startup ended up being not that interesting regardless. But nevertheless, I learned my lesson. Don't bet on something that's going to be abandoned in technology that's a little bit too cute by half and all of that stuff. So by contrast, I wanted to talk about the software on the other end of that spectrum. And I know I sound a little bit like a SQLite fanboy, which may be guilty as charged, but I was curious about the whole distinction between SQLite 3 and just vanilla SQLite, when that change occurred and stuff like that. And the thing I discovered was kind of interesting. I was just looking at the history here on their webpage that I found. I can read it back to you, but you guys can find it here, SQLite.org. I thought the really interesting part was this. They are planning to maintain the C interface for SQLite for many years. From today, I think that would be an additional 27 years. And that is a degree of commitment that you don't see in open source projects, especially that often. If you look at some of the big backend frameworks like Rails, Django, Laravel, something like that, they have been around for more than 10 years, sometimes closer to 20. But yeah, the idea that we're going to commit in advance to maintaining this technology for decades is pretty interesting, although it does match with the general vibe of this being something used on nuclear submarines and all of that. So they have a few more details here. Talking about their long-term support strategy and all of that. I just thought it was kind of a little bit of a shock and awe moment to see 2050 as the public date for their commitment there. So that may have been strategic. That might be the longest period of time that a nuclear submarine or nuclear reactor or something like that is expecting to use SQLite realistically before being decommissioned. Who knows, right? But bottom line, it's an impressive level of commitment to the software. So I'm not saying it's the reason you should use it. I just do think it's rather interesting. So anyway, that's all for today. Just a quick comment on something I didn't know about the project itself. So hope that's useful. Like, subscribe if you like it. Click the dislike button twice if you really didn't like it, as Aaron Francis would say. But have a good day.